just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up.
And we are underway from FedEx Field. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
We got one. Check, 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
No.
52 and 56.
Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Double tight. 4 down.
To throw is Fitzpatrick.
59. That's right, baby.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44.
Fitzpatrick to his tight end, Thomas, for the Washington first.
White 20!
Let's go right here now. Tight ends left.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
That's a good shot.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check. 24 is the mic. Hey, let's get that ball.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Go!
There you go, 5-0 here.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
I'm here all day.
Gibson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Now Burrow on first down. He gets this one to Boyd. And a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Mike's 5'9".
Fitzpatrick now after the fumble recovery. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Double dog, that's the way.
Go.
14's the mic.
On the counter, Gibson.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mike 20.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Mike.
On 3rd and 1, here's Fitzpatrick. He gets it to Thomas. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
59. Rip left.
He'll kill.
Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel there to make the grab.
And Washington has taken a first quarter lead.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 52. Mike 52.
I got him.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow steps away to his left. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
Come on, fellas.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Gun. Cut. Ready.
Watch tight end. Tight right. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Here we go.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now Joe Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
It's going to be a long day, offense.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Fitzpatrick to McLaurin there. First down, Washington.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here's a give to Gibson.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
24 is the mic.
Fitzpatrick. They'll roll him out right.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Let's go!
7 yards there and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, color.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he takes it in. Touchdown. Washington.
De'Ami Brown.
29 yards.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So, decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where did this one go out? Now they'll start with good field position, 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. Gibson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second and 2.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 24 is the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Now Fitzpatrick.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
59. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mike 14. Mike 14. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on. Come get some.
Third and short yardage, Fitzpatrick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
An 18-yard touchdown run.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. Already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
He'll air this one out for Boyd.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Cameron Curl.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, yeah, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it's hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Get set. Hey, can.
31's the mic. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow throw. This is caught. It's Boyd.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
22 yards there, a 1st down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check 52 the ball. Check 52.
Here's Burrow.
They're running it.
Finding room to the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
Let's go, baby.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the 1st down.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. Steps away. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Check 99.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Second down and 3.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he's out right at the 25.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Regular.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Boom! A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
24 is the mic.
Tighten up.
Fitzpatrick now. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Check. 9. It's just me and you. It's just regular. Mike,
Throwing Fitzpatrick. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
Brandon Wilson now from his end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Let's do this.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. First throw now for the backup Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. To throw, it's Allen. Allen complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Allen to throw once more. His throw incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Allen.
And that in the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He completes it to Tate.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
Come on.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Switch.
Now Allen again. Evans has it left side.
And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
They'll run here with Evans. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Allen. And that is caught. touchdown. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
Allen will try to throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Heineke to throw it.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a group.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Right now, you better bring it.
Mike 14.
They go play action. Now Heineke. A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Let's go. 70 Lions. 50. I don't even know why this team showed up. Mike 50, Mike. Back 60. Let's go, D.
Here we go, 50, 50. Mike 50.
You must be dreaming.
Throwing. Heineke. Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Returnable for Thomas. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Jamin Davis, the rookie 1st-round pick, in on the tackle. 6 yards left on second down. They'll stay on the ground. Evans again.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Morgan. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Allen off the play fake. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll go underneath here to Evans. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Shoot.
Now Allen, got to have this one. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Let's put that team on the bus. Check 37. Check 37.
On play action, Allen. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time. but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down now, it's Patterson, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll just toss it away.
That's it, baby.
So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or it's starting to look like a good offensive football team.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He completes it to Boyd. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Play action. Now it's Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Bobby McCain, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
57. Mike, 57. Right.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd down, Heineke
Out to his left. Screen play, Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go,
a big
boys.
play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A first down carry here for Johnson. A nice little juke. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Let's go, baby.
So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.